Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. How much of your life have you spent chasing after things that were never meant for you? How often have you poured your energy, your time, and your love into places, into people, into dreams that didn't value you in return? Now, I'm not here to judge. We've all been there. But today I'm here to tell you, stop choosing what's not choosing you. You see, life is a gift. Your time, your energy, your love, these are precious resources. And every time you give them to something that doesn't give back, you're wasting that gift. Every time you chase a relationship that leaves you empty, a job that doesn't respect you, or a dream that doesn't align with your purpose, you're telling the world, I don't see my own value. But that's not true. You are valuable, and it's time to start acting like it. Stop chasing after people who don't call you back. Stop running after opportunities that keep slipping through your fingers. Stop settling for places where you are merely tolerated instead of celebrated. Life is too short for that. You deserve better, but the world will only treat you as well as you treat yourself. Valuing yourself is the foundation of living a meaningful and fulfilling life. It all begins with understanding who you are and embracing your worth, independent of what others think, say, or do. When you fail to value yourself, you unconsciously send a message to the world that you're willing to accept less than what you deserve. That's where the cycle begins, chasing relationships, opportunities, or circumstances that don't align with your worth. To break this cycle, you must start from within. It's about shifting your mindset from seeking validation outside yourself to realizing that everything you need is already within you. This isn't arrogance. It's recognizing that you are inherently worthy because you exist. When you value yourself, you stop waiting for others to confirm your significance. You stop hoping that someone will see your worth and validate it for you. Instead, you step into your power and own it. This shift changes everything. It changes the way you think, the way you carry yourself, and the way you interact with the world. You no longer feel the need to beg for attention, love, or acceptance. You realize that those who truly value you will naturally gravitate toward you, and those who don't were never meant to be part of your journey. Valuing yourself is about setting boundaries, and boundaries are not walls. They're a way to protect what's sacred in you. When you respect your own boundaries, you teach others to do the same. You communicate not with words but with actions that your time, energy, and love are precious and must be handled with care. This doesn't mean you shut people out. It means you invite in only those who are willing to honor the value you place on yourself. Boundaries are a reflection of self-respect, and self-respect is at the heart of valuing yourself. It's not always easy to value yourself in a world that often tells you that you're not enough. Social media, comparisons, and societal pressures can make you feel like you're falling short. But valuing yourself requires tuning out the noise and focusing on your unique gifts and strengths. You don't need to be like anyone else. Your journey is yours, and no one else can walk it for you. When you embrace your individuality, you stop comparing yourself to others and start celebrating the person you are. This celebration of self is not self-indulgence, it's self-awareness. It's recognizing that your worth is not tied to your achievements, your status, or anyone else's opinion. When you value yourself, you also begin to make better choices. You no longer settle for relationships that drain you, jobs that undervalue you, or habits that harm you. Instead, you start making decisions that align with your highest good. You surround yourself with people who uplift you, pursue opportunities that challenge and fulfill you, and adopt habits that nourish your body, mind, and soul. These choices are not selfish. They are necessary for you to thrive. Valuing yourself means prioritizing your well-being so that you can show up as your best self in all areas of your life. Valuing yourself also means embracing your imperfections. You're not perfect and you're not supposed to be. Perfection is an illusion, a standard that no one can truly achieve. When you value yourself, you understand that your flaws are part of what makes you human. They're not something to hide or be ashamed of. They're something to accept and learn from. This acceptance frees you from the pressure to constantly prove yourself to others. It allows you to focus on growth rather than perfection, progress rather than comparison. Another key aspect of valuing yourself is learning to say no. Saying no can be difficult, especially if you're used to being a people pleaser. But every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying no to something that does. Valuing yourself means being selective about where you invest your time and energy. It's about saying no to what drains you so you can say yes to what fulfills you. This doesn't mean you stop helping others or being generous. It means you help and give from a place of abundance rather than obligation. Valuing yourself also impacts the way you handle challenges and setbacks. When you know your worth, you don't let failure define you. Instead, you see it as a stepping stone to growth. You understand that your value doesn't diminish because of a mistake or a misstep. You bounce back stronger because you know that failure is part of the journey, not the end of it. This resilience comes from a deep-seated belief in your own value, a belief that nothing can shake. Valuing yourself is not about seeking perfection or living a flawless life. It's about recognizing your worth in every moment, even when you fall short. It's about treating yourself with kindness and compassion, just as you would treat a loved one. When you value yourself, you become your own best advocate, your own biggest supporter, and your own source of encouragement. You stop waiting for others to validate you because you've already validated yourself. When you value yourself, you also inspire others to do the same. Your confidence and self-respect set an example for those around you. You show them what it looks like to live authentically, to honor your worth, and to make choices that align with your values. This ripple effect is powerful. By valuing yourself, you not only transform your own life, but also positively impact the lives of those around you. Valuing yourself requires ongoing effort and commitment. It's not a one-time decision, but a daily practice. It's about checking in with yourself, reminding yourself of your worth, and making choices that reflect it. It's about being patient with yourself when you falter and celebrating yourself when you succeed. This practice is a journey, not a destination. As you value yourself, you begin to attract the right people and opportunities into your life. The energy you put out into the world comes back to you, and when you operate from a place of self-worth, you naturally draw in experiences that align with that energy. You no longer feel the need to chase what isn't meant for you because you trust that what's meant for you will come. This trust is liberating. It allows you to let go of what doesn't serve you and focus on what does. Valuing yourself also means being honest with yourself. It's about acknowledging your needs, desires, and emotions and giving yourself permission to honor them. It's about listening to your intuition and trusting that inner voice that guides you toward what's right for you. This honesty is an act of self-respect, a way of saying to yourself, I deserve to live a life that aligns with who I truly am. When you value yourself, you also find a sense of inner peace. You stop feeling the need to prove yourself to others because you're secure in your own worth. This peace allows you to approach life with confidence and clarity. You make decisions from a place of love rather than fear, and you navigate challenges with grace and resilience. This inner peace is one of the greatest gifts of valuing yourself. Valuing yourself is not about being perfect or having it all figured out. It's about recognizing your worth, embracing your uniqueness, and living in alignment with your values. It's about treating yourself with the love and respect you deserve and making choices that reflect your highest good. When you value yourself, You transform your life from the inside out. Letting go is one of the hardest things we face in life, but it's also one of the most powerful. So many of us hold on to things long past their season, relationships that have run their course, jobs that no longer serve us, dreams that no longer align with who we are. We cling to these things out of fear, comfort, or the hope that they'll somehow become what we want them to be. But holding on too tightly to what's no longer meant for us can prevent us from growing, from evolving, and from stepping into the next chapter of our lives. Letting go is not about giving up or admitting defeat. It's about making room for what's truly meant to be. It's about trusting that when you release what's not right for you, you create space for something better to take its place. We often resist letting go because we've invested so much into what we're holding on to. We think about the time, energy, and emotions we've poured into a person, a goal, or a situation, and we feel like walking away would mean all of that was wasted. But the truth is, nothing is wasted if you've learned from it. Every experience, no matter how painful or disappointing, teaches us something valuable. It shapes who we are and prepares us for what's next. Letting go is not about erasing the past. It's about taking the lessons from it and moving forward with those lessons in hand. Fear is another reason we struggle to let go. Fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of being alone. We tell ourselves that it's safer to stick with what we know, even if it's not good for us, because at least it's familiar. But growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. Growth happens when we step into the unknown, when we take a leap of faith, and when we trust that something better is waiting on the other side. Letting go is an act of courage. It's choosing to face your fears and trust that you have the strength to handle whatever comes next. Letting go is also an act of self-respect. When you hold on to something that's no longer serving you, you're telling yourself that you don't deserve better. You're settling for less than you're worth. But when you let go, you send a powerful message to yourself and to the world. I know my value, and I refuse to accept anything that doesn't honor it. This act of self-respect sets the tone for how others will treat you. It teaches people that you won't tolerate being undervalued, disrespected, or taken for granted. There's a freedom that comes with letting go. When you release what's weighing you down, you feel lighter, freer, and more alive. You realize how much energy you were wasting on something that wasn't serving you, and you can redirect that energy toward things that truly matter. Letting go is like clearing out a cluttered room. It creates space for new opportunities, new experiences, and new blessings to come into your life. It allows you to breathe deeply and move forward with clarity and purpose. Sometimes we hold on because we're waiting for closure. We think we can't move on until we get an apology, an explanation, or some kind of final resolution. But closure doesn't always come from the other person or the situation. Sometimes, closure is a gift you have to give yourself. It's about accepting what happened, even if you don't fully understand it, and choosing to move forward anyway. Closure is not about getting answers. It's about making peace with the fact that you may never get them. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or pretending something didn't matter. It doesn't mean denying the love, effort, or time you invested. Letting go means honoring those experiences for what they were and then releasing them so you can grow. It's about being grateful for the lessons, even if the outcome wasn't what you hoped for. It's about acknowledging the pain, but not letting it define you. Letting go is a process of healing, and healing takes time. One of the most powerful things you can do is trust the timing of your life. Sometimes we hold on because we think we're running out of time. We think if I let this go, I'll never find anything better. But life has a way of surprising us when we least expect it. When you let go of what's not meant for you, you create space for what is. And what's meant for you will come in its own time, not a moment too soon or too late. Trusting the timing of your life is an act of faith. It's believing that the universe has a plan for you, even if you can't see it right now. Letting go also means letting go of control. So often we hold on because we want to control the outcome. We want to force things to work out the way we imagined. But life doesn't work that way. The tighter we grip, the more things slip through our fingers. Letting go is about surrendering control and trusting that things will unfold as they're meant to. It's about releasing the need to have all the answers and being open to the possibilities that come when you least expect them. Another important aspect of letting go is forgiving, not just others, but also yourself. Forgiveness is not about excusing bad behavior or pretending things didn't hurt. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of anger, resentment, and regret. When you forgive, you let go of the power the past has over you. You reclaim your energy and redirect it toward your future. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, and it's an essential part of letting go. Letting go doesn't happen all at once. It's a journey, not a destination. Some days you'll feel strong and confident, ready to move forward. Other days you'll feel the pull of the past and the weight of what you're releasing. That's okay. Be patient with yourself. Give yourself grace as you navigate the process. Letting go is not about being perfect. It's about making progress, one step at a time. When you let go, you also rediscover yourself. You find out who you are without the things you were clinging to. You reconnect with your passions, your purpose, and your joy. Letting go allows you to see yourself clearly, without the distractions and noise of what's not meant for you. It's a chance to realign with your true self and step into the life you were meant to live. Letting go is one of the most empowering choices you can make. It's a declaration that you refuse to be defined by what didn't work out, what hurt you, or what held you back. It's a commitment to yourself and your future. It's an act of faith, courage, and self-love. Focusing on what aligns with your values, purpose, and goals is one of the most transformative shifts you can make in life. Too often, people scatter their energy, pouring themselves into things that don't truly matter to them. They say yes to opportunities that don't serve their higher purpose, spend time with people who drain them, and chase dreams that aren't even theirs. This lack of alignment creates frustration, confusion, and a sense of unfulfillment. The key to breaking free from this cycle is to focus on what aligns with who you are and where you want to go. It's about being intentional with your time, energy, and decisions, ensuring that they reflect your true priorities and values. When you focus on what aligns, you're not just making random choices. You're living with purpose. Every decision becomes a step toward your goals and a reflection of your values. This doesn't mean that life will always be easy or that you won't face challenges, but it does mean that you'll feel a sense of clarity and direction. You'll know why you're doing what you're doing, and that sense of purpose will fuel your perseverance and commitment. Alignment is not just about achieving success. It's about living in harmony with your authentic self. To focus on what aligns, you must first know yourself. This means taking the time to reflect on your values, passions, and priorities. What matters most to you? What are the non-negotiables in your life? What kind of person do you want to be? And what kind of life do you want to create? These are deep questions, and the answers may not come easily, but they are worth exploring. When you have a clear understanding of who you are and what you stand for, you can make decisions that reflect those truths. This self-awareness is the foundation of alignment. Once you've identified your values and priorities, the next step is to evaluate where you're currently investing your time and energy. Are your actions aligned with your goals? Are you spending time with people who uplift and support you, or are you surrounded by negativity and drama? Are you pursuing a career that fulfills you, or are you stuck in a job that drains your spirit? Are your daily habits helping you grow, or are they holding you back? These are difficult but necessary questions to ask yourself. Focusing on what aligns requires an honest assessment of your life and a willingness to make changes where needed. One of the biggest barriers to alignment is the fear of letting go. Letting go of what doesn't align can be uncomfortable, especially if you've invested a lot of time or effort into it. But holding on to things that no longer serve you only keeps you stuck. To focus on what aligns, you must be willing to release what doesn't. This might mean ending relationships that are toxic or unfulfilling, saying no to opportunities that don't align with your goals, or changing habits that are out of sync with your values. Letting go is not easy, but it's essential for making room for what truly matters. Focusing on what aligns also means setting boundaries. When you know what's important to you, you're less likely to let distractions or demands from others pull you off course. Boundaries are not about being selfish. They're about protecting your time, energy, and focus so that you can give your best to what truly matters. This might mean saying no to commitments that don't align with your priorities, or limiting your exposure to negative influences. Let boundaries awaken. Setting boundaries is an act of self-respect, and it's a powerful way to stay aligned with your values and goals. Another key aspect of focusing on what aligns is learning to trust yourself. You have an inner voice, a gut feeling, that knows what's right for you. But too often we ignore that voice because we're afraid of making the wrong choice, or because we're influenced by the opinions of others. Trusting yourself means listening to that inner guidance and having the courage to act on it, even if it goes against what others expect of you. It's about believing in your ability to make the right decisions for your life and trusting that alignment will lead you to where you're meant to be. Focusing on what aligns also requires patience. Alignment is not a one-time decision. It's an ongoing process. There will be times when you feel completely in sync with your purpose and times when you feel off track. That's okay. The important thing is to keep coming back to your values and priorities, to keep reassessing and realigning as needed. Life is constantly changing, and so are you. Staying aligned is about being adaptable and willing to grow, while staying true to your core values and goals. Another important aspect of alignment is surrounding yourself with the right people. The people in your life have a significant impact on your energy, mindset, and choices. When you surround yourself with people who share your values and support your goals, they help you stay aligned. They encourage you, challenge you, and hold you accountable. On the other hand, being around people who don't align with your values can pull you off course and drain your energy. Choose your circle wisely and invest in relationships that uplift and inspire you. Focusing on what aligns also means being mindful of your habits and routines. Your daily actions shape your life, and if your habits don't align with your goals, you'll struggle to make progress. Take a close look at how you're spending your time each day. Are your habits supporting your growth, or are they keeping you stuck? Making small, consistent changes to your routines can have a powerful impact on your alignment and your overall well-being. When you focus on what aligns, you also become more resilient in the face of challenges. Life will throw obstacles your way, but when you're aligned with your purpose, you'll have the clarity and motivation to overcome them. You'll be able to see setbacks as opportunities to learn and grow, rather than as reasons to give up. Alignment gives you a sense of inner strength and confidence that helps you navigate life's ups and downs with grace and determination. Realignment, focusing on what aligns, also allows you to experience greater joy and fulfillment. When your actions are in harmony with your values and goals, you feel a deep sense of satisfaction and purpose. You wake up each day excited about what lies ahead, knowing that you're living a life that's true to who you are. This doesn't mean that every day will be perfect, but it does mean that you'll feel a sense of alignment and meaning that makes the journey worthwhile. Another benefit of focusing on what aligns is that it helps you make better decisions. When you're clear about your values and priorities, you can evaluate opportunities and choices with greater clarity. You'll be able to say no to what doesn't align and yes to what does, without second-guessing yourself. This clarity simplifies your life and reduces the stress and overwhelm that come from trying to do too much or please everyone. Focusing on what aligns is a process of self-discovery, growth, and intentional living. It's about being true to yourself, making choices that reflect your values, and staying committed to your goals. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to let go of what doesn't serve you, but the rewards are worth it. When you focus on what aligns, you create a life that's meaningful, fulfilling, and authentically yours.